A little earlier, and these are the grand American traditions that we see every 4 years as we bring a new president into office.
The virtual portion of this, from the descriptions, it sounds like it'll be very similar to what we saw at the Democratic National Convention, in which they did their opening, if you recall, state by state. We'll see how it plays out, but that's the impression.
At the Democratic Convention, they did the virtual roll call of states, and it sounds like this virtual parade that the inaugural committee has put together will have a lot of that same look and feel. But that is to air after this part of the parade, this short procession. And we see the car slow down, so perhaps we'll see the president and first lady step out in just a few moments.
Being in a presidential motorcade is kind of an odd experience in that it's a world where there's no such thing as red lights. Traditionally, people would be, even on a campaign visit or something, people would be along the roads, waving at the side of a presidential limo.
In a strange way, the silence says a lot about what a different year this is for so many reasons. Between the pandemic and the violence at the Capitol just 2 weeks ago, this normal custom of having a procession and a parade and a long walk, even in the cold.
We heard Senator Klobuchar, when I asked her a little while ago about, a deep breath time that we've gotten through this, and we're obviously not through it, but I think we're all thankful that this inauguration has gone off as it was planned, and that they're maintaining a safe perimeter. And
inside the White House, which is just around the corner from where we see the president's limo there, they're already at work. They've already hung up different pictures inside the press office. We know that from our folks who are in there.
These guys?
Yes, they did. Yeah, they move fast. And they're already planning a briefing later today from the White House press secretary. So there's, in the view of the incoming administration, not a moment to spare. So it's a day of ceremony, but it's also a day of action. Kelly is at her post. Kelly, what do you see now?
Well, we're at the point now where some of the agents of the PPD, the Presidential Protective Detail, have gotten out of their vehicles and are walking alongside. So that gives us a sense that they are preparing for what we hope will be a walkabout by the new president. You can see some of our colleagues in the media. Mr. President, we're hoping he's going to see us and want to get out. And there we go with the vehicle. This, we've talked about the Beast, which is a couple of years old. It is an extraordinary, I can see the president in there, but he is not looking my way. I'm going to give him the big wave here. I can see him look there. We got a wave back. And I've got questions already, but I'm hoping the president will want to exit the vehicle. Now, the position of these agents suggests that that is coming. The question will be, is it in this moment or farther down? So hopefully our viewers are patient. Perhaps Joe Biden is taking in this moment with a little bit more thought about how his life is about to change. As vice president, it's a life in motorcades, but it's nothing like this. This is a whole nother level, and this is quite an extraordinary day. To have a 50-year public life, and now Pennsylvania Avenue is his home address. What a change for Joe Biden, and what a change for the country today to watch all of this. So I think I have officially missed my moment, but I'm going to put it in the capable hands of Al Roker and others. But I got my wave in at least. So I've seen the new president in his vehicle, as the parade continues. You can see just the magnitude of the support and security around this motorcade, leaving nothing to chance. And as you can also see, lots of additional vehicles that look like they are the Beast, but there's more than one of the official vehicle. And of course, we're anxious to see if the Vice President and the Second Gentleman are going to take a walk as well. So I tried my best. I got a good wave in. I'll have to leave the rest to you.
No worries. I don't know. Maybe I think I'd want to come out and take a selfie with the Beast behind me. Perhaps as they make the turn, we will see the president emerge. But at the same time, this is one of those things he must want to live in the moment. He's been to the White House many times, but pulling in as the president of the United States, that's heady stuff.
Yeah, it is, and he's really close. He's just around the corner now from the White House and from pulling in, but never pulling in like this as president of the United States, something that he has dreamed about for many decades. His first presidential run back in 1988, and here we are in 2021 at 78 years old. He's the oldest president in American history, taking office at a time of great crisis and great challenge. And the Beast, the presidential limo, is stopped, so we'll see if he's got plans to get out. There had been talk that might happen. Al Roker is there along the parade route. Al, has he gotten to your location, or has he passed you yet, or are you still hoping for that iconic
right now we're at
elbow bump?
We're at a bit of a standstill, guys. You can see the protective detail right here. We've got some SUVs, and then behind us, behind them, we've got mounted police. You can see the media trucks that are obviously with video cameras and things like that. So we are just waiting. You would think that, there's not much traffic, so I don't know what the holdup is. It is rush hour now. Here in Washington, they are famous for their rush hour, but we are waiting to see what's going to happen. And right now, I guess they're getting everything set. The president and first lady, I guess, are getting ready to get out. We've already seen the University of Delaware drumline move past us, and so they're just marking time right now, and we are just waiting. So it's only a matter of moments, hopefully, that we will get to see the president. If you notice, members of the military now are at salute. As they get ready for their commander-in-chief to make his way here into the White House. I will tell you, it was a really amazing sight to see. About 20 minutes ago, they were all at ease, and then one by one, they went to attention. And now they are all saluting, ready. Now we see the protective detail starting to move, as is the University of Delaware drumline, the SUVs that had brought the protective detail in are starting to slowly make their way up Pennsylvania Avenue toward the White House. Drums are going, so I think something's getting ready to happen. Here's hoping. We're looking down toward 15th Street, and still not seeing that movement yet. But I think any moment now we could be seeing hopefully the president and the first lady getting out, and then to be followed by Vice President Kamala Harris and the second gentleman, Doug Emhoff. And now we're starting to see the motorcycle police starting to move forward a little bit. The weather's been perfect. In fact, it's interesting. The winds have died down, and the temperature is still at about 45 degrees. So even Mother Nature is smiling on President Biden and the First Lady today, because just about 20 minutes ago, those winds were really blowing at 28 to 45 miles per hour. And you can see now we've got some movement going on now. So you can barely see the presidential limousine. It is waiting right now.
Yeah, hard to know what the holdup is there, Al.
We've got some movement going on. Okay, go ahead, guys.
Oh, I was just saying it's moving slowly. We can see the limo, and it is moving slowly, but hard to know exactly what the holdup is.
They may be just simply making sure the area is secure before allowing them to emerge.
They're very, very close. I mean, they are really just steps away from the White House right now. I believe, is Peter Alexander with us? Yeah, Peter,
Yes,
as
Savannah, we're with you.
Yeah, as we wait here, I was kind of alluding to this earlier, but the Inauguration Day is all about ceremony, but inside the White House, they're already at it. They're there to work. In fact, there's a press briefing, I believe, scheduled for later today.
Yeah, Savannah, you're right. And as we stand there, you can see the Secret Service agents, when they put their backs to the door, often that means they're preparing to open the door to the beast with the President Biden inside, just in that position. We will keep a close eye in anticipation of him coming out. We are in what is a parade across America, virtually a parade in effect down Pennsylvania Avenue in real terms, only fitting that Joe Biden would parade down Pennsylvania Avenue.
Peter, we're going to go
from Scranton.
Peter, we're going to interrupt a second. We want to go to Al right now. We did see some movement there. It looked like the second lady was beginning to move toward the door. Let's train ourselves in this camera on the left. Al, can you see the car?
Yeah, well, I can see the car. I can't see. I've got a truck, kind of a media truck in my line of sight. I can see the Secret Service standing out beside the vehicles. And they've taken up positions. So I think it's only a matter of moments before perhaps we see somebody come out of the the presidential limousine. But right now, the Secret Service are just waiting, I'm sure, making sure everything is secure. I see them looking around and surveilling the area, watching.
I may be wrong, but it looks like some of the bride and grandkids there in the foreground, and now the door's open. So let's watch these final steps to the White House for President Biden.
You see an open door.
Yeah, Al, he's exited now. He's walking around the rear of the vehicle.
I see some photographers moving around the front of the vehicle, so
And here is the president, the first lady.
Along with the grandchildren.
Yes, Biden's son Hunter, his new baby, other children. We're seeing the whole Biden clan making these final steps to the White House right across Lafayette Park on one side, the White House on the other, making their grand entrance on Inauguration Day.
I can see the president.
When do you start screaming, Al?
As soon as this van gets by me, I think we'll have to start. Mr. President! Mr. President! Mr. President! Mr. President! Dr. Biden! Mr. President! How are you feeling? Mr. President, how does it feel to be president finally? How are you, sir? It's good to see you.
You got to keep doing this.
I know. It's been 3 hours. How does it feel, Mr. President?
It feels great.
It feels good?
It feels good.
All righty. Dr. Biden, thank you. Well, got a fist bump. There you go.
Al, you can come home now.
Al, only you. Only you, my friend. Al, are you feeling pretty satisfied? You went all the way to Washington. You sat in the cold all day long for that moment, but you got it, even in a pandemic.
It's a pretty nice feeling. Look, this is a man who's waited 50 years, who was first elected in 1970 to a county official job, and now here he is, the leader of the free world, and that's what America is all about. And it's pretty exciting.
And making time for you, Al. Making time for you.
Well, you know, making time for America.
The tradition rolls on.
It's a great moment, Al. We're so happy to share it with you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now we're waiting for the vice president and the second gentleman, and we'll see if we can maybe run the table. Who knows?
Now,
Who knows?
Are they out of their vehicles yet? We haven't seen them.
We haven't seen him
I
yet.
have not seen them yet. So we will have to wait and see.
All right, Al, well done. The legend lives for Al Roker and his inaugural moments. We'll keep watching. Al, you'll be happy to know we have 17 perspectives on that same shot, that same moment. So you can be talking about that. And there, it looks like he's talking to Mike Memoli, our producer who has covered Joe Biden for, more than a decade
There goes
now.
Al's exclusive.
And those are the reviewing stands. Normally, it would be just filled with people, but he's stopping and saying hello to a few folks along the way. So the president enjoying this moment.
Anyone who has met and knows this man expects him to do something like this. He loves to be, to meet people and to.
Well, there's a reason he got into politics. He's all about the grip and grin, and happy to mix it up with folks as they take these final steps into the White House. And Peter, this is a moment that he'll cherish and remember, and then the hard work gets started.
Yeah, no, Savannah, you're exactly right. We saw Joe Biden just moments ago shaking hands with Muriel Bowser, the mayor of Washington, D.C., who has become a familiar name across this country. Of course, she was behind the renaming of what is now Black Lives Matter Plaza, only a short distance from the White House. Joe Biden enjoying these moments, a skip in his step, the boy from Scranton, as we said, parading down fittingly Pennsylvania Avenue. The change of address form already in the mail in a matter of hours. He will move in, check out the residence for the first time, actually, at this point, a matter of minutes. He'll walk down the driveway there. This is what we call the White House North Lawn, of course. Pebble Beach, as reporters describe it, where we stand and do our live shots each morning. He will walk there, parading alongside his family, the last leg of this 50-year journey in public service to the White House, surrounded by a color guard, the military band playing, and flags from all 50 states. The last flag, of course, from the District of Columbia. Joe Biden now arriving at his new home.
And Peter, as we noted, there's a lot of business before this day is over for President Biden. What are some of the first things we expect him to do in terms of business?
Well, already we saw him signing some policy. We've talked about pageantry. There's a lot of policy as well. Immigration has been a crucial issue that he's been focused on. One of his proposals will call for a path to citizenship for undocumented immigrants, an expansion of refugee admissions, as we watch Joe Biden now walking down past the flags from all these states. Lester, as we talk, though, about the color in this moment, this is a tradition that dates back for decades. The man, the public address announcer who has been leading the announcements throughout the day, a 93-year-old Charlie Brotman, his name, 12th presidential parade he has presided over on this day. He missed the Trump inauguration, was not invited to participate then, was invited back this time around, and when he was interviewed by our local affiliate here in Washington, D.C., he added that he had gotten his COVID vaccine shot. He said, "I got the shot, so I'm ready to take on the world." So some traditions continue here despite the pandemic that has made life so challenging for so many who have to watch this and enjoy this from home.
And what a difference a day makes here. Joe Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, President and First Lady of the United States, walking up the driveway there on the north side of the White House. 8 hours ago, it was President Trump and Melania Trump departing on the south side of that very building. And within a matter of hours, there has been a changing of the guard, a transfer of power, the traditions of our democracy going off and rolling on without incident, which was, I think the whole country holding its breath after some of the recent events that took place on January 6th. But it feels like this is the moment of completion when the President and First Lady walk up those front door steps and walk into the White House for the first time as President and First Lady.
That may be the picture you see on the front pages tomorrow.
grandchildren, all headed indoors, heading in as the first family. Not their first visit to the White House, but their first visit like this.
Yeah, the world, their world changes, our world changes as a new administration confronts this very serious business.